Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to work on another crafting PhD, which stands for Project Half Done, although I think that's being a little generous with this project because pretty much I just bought the stuff for making it and have made zero progress on it. And what I've got is these glass mushrooms that I picked up at JoAnn's a year ago. And as soon as I got home, I dropped this one and broke its stem. But what I'm going to do is I figured I could stick it in a piece of styrofoam. And then that would just give me a different height for one of the pieces. And of course it didn't break in like a way that makes it easy to like get it level in the styrofoam. Because yeah, it's completely like jagged break, but we'll figure it out. In fact, as I was trying to get into the styrofoam, I broke another piece off of the stem because it was a little bit taller, but we'll figure it out. We'll use some hot glue to hot glue it upright because yeah, it's kind of tilting. But what I want to do is color these guys with alcohol inks. So that's what we're going to do first step. And you may recognize the base I've got it sitting on, which is the turntable we put our faux wood paper on for one of my Christmas makes. But since I didn't attach the Christmas make to the turntable, I can put that away and pull this out. And so I've gone ahead and cut down a piece of cardboard into a circle that'll fit in, and we're gonna put Spanish moss on this to cover that up and then have the mushrooms nestled in that. And then just to have it lifted up a little bit higher, since I didn't want them sunk in all the way at the bottom, I used a couple scrap pieces to add a little lift to that. So we're going to set this aside for now and start with our alcohol inking. And so let's start with this guy. And I have grabbed mushroom, coral, mermaid, and turquoise. I figured I'd do the stems in mushroom, and then each one of the tops is going to be a different color. And the room I plan on putting these in, the walls are coral and white. So I figured that would be good. And then I have some accents in like aqua-y colors. So I figured the mermaid and the turquoise would be good for that. And I'm thinking, got two blue and a coral. I think we're going to do the top one, this one in coral. And there is like a hole in here. So I'm just going to put the coral like around and let it kind of drip down. And if you don't have these, I was thinking about it and I was like, and I may end up doing this because the dishes may look a little empty once I put in just the three. You could take like from the dollar store, buy like a votive holder and like if they have a glass candlestick, and make your own mushrooms that way. I think what I want is a piece of felt, but I don't want to use the applicator because that's going to be too harsh for pressing on this because I really don't want to break it. And a little bottle of alcohol. Where's my bottle of alcohol? Am I out of alcohol? I have a mister which has alcohol in it. I'm just gonna try and get this fully covered without using a ton. I think that might not work, but we'll see how we can get this done because I'm like, I really want it to be nice and corally. I may want to do a little bit more. I like that. I'm going to set him aside and work on the blue ones, and then we'll do all of the bottom ones at the same time. I'm kind of wondering, because the textures on the inside, like the fluting you can see is inside the piece, if I should drip a little down the inside and see how that goes. Let's give that a try before we switch to blue. It just added a little more depth to the color. I'm just trying to keep it from going too much down into the stem. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna set that aside. Then let's do the little stumpy one, because I think I'm going to do that one in turquoise, which is a little lighter, I think, than the mermaid, so I can use one piece of felt for both. Definitely not covering as well as the coral did. Gotten too much alcohol on my cloth this time around, so it's really just wiping off instead of smoothing out as I would like it to do, like it did on the coral one. Oh my goodness, I've got more oozing down. Apparently it was not as dry as I thought it was. Oh well. I think I finally got color-wise the kind of color, the coverage I want. I'm gonna go grab my, actually, you know what, this might work. We're gonna set that aside. I gotta go get whatever it is my dog just stole. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna try it on this one with a new cloth because clearly that was not working very well. We'll see how this one goes. Kind of digging how this one's turning out. Let me go let dogs out. All right, I refilled my bottle with 91% isopropyl alcohol. There's a few spots where it's a little on the thick side. I'm gonna add the alcohol and get it moving some more. Swear it's like resisting it in the spot that I would like to get some more color. All right, I think that's good. I think I like that. So I'm just gonna go in and add mushroom to all of the stems. This one, yeah, definitely got some more coral going on than I planned on the inside. All right, I don't want them too dark. I just kind of want a little color on the base stalks, so all right. I think I'm gonna call those mushrooms done. I didn't mess up that so too much. No, it's all right. I'm gonna clean up my hands a little bit and get my hot glue gun heating up, and then we'll do the base. Okay, so the hot glue gun's heated up. Let's start with this little guy and getting him glued to the styrofoam. That may be as good as I'm gonna get it straight wise, just because there's such a big gap. Now it might help when I start adding whatchamacallit to it, Spanish moss, because then I can wedge some in under there. And right now I'm just trying to decide whether I want to glue everything down. Woo. Or allow for it to be lifted, like removed. And I'm of two minds. I'm also thinking, as I'm doing this, that I want to get a thing of lights. I need to go do that, grab that, because if we're going to put lights down, I'm going to want to put them down before I put the moss on, and I'm definitely gluing the moss down. It's just whether or not I glue the mushrooms down. All right, let me go grab lights. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got lights. The pack's about the same height as my little lifts, so we're gonna stick that in. I'm gonna turn the lights on and then kind of tape them around. And I know they're on a wire and can be shaped, but I have just found it is always so much easier to just tape the pieces down. That just crashed onto the floor. All right. That guy's gonna go there. This one's gonna go there. And of course, it's just like a tad higher than the levels that I have in there. So it's slightly awkward. All right, let's glue that down. And the reason why I'm not like 100% sure about gluing the pieces on is because I know at Christmas time, I'm gonna remove this whole piece, and I'm just wondering if storing will be easier if they're not attached. But then dealing with the project is causing me to constantly knock them over, which is less than ideal. I keep forgetting this is a Lazy Susan, and I could just turn it around so that the part I need is in front of my face. Oi. I think I still have, yes I do. What I'm gonna do is I still have a scrap piece of cardboard, but I am just going to lift this up and add an extra piece on top so that it'll hopefully be a little bit more level. Just gonna glue that on. I'm just using my art glitter glue since I'm just gluing pieces of cardboard together. Now, let's bring you back. Put you down like so. I think that's more level. All right. This guy goes here towards the front, except he goes this way. This guy's gonna go there. This one's gonna go here. And now we're gonna put moss on top. And I've got a bunch of different colored packs of reindeer moss. So I've got some straight up green. I've got this pack of purple, and then this multicolored pack that I got when I got the mushrooms, because I was like, ooh, those are pretty colors. So let's open the packs up. I think I'm gonna add the moss around this guy first, and we're just gonna glue it to his little base. And in an attempt not to burn myself on the hot glue, I'm gonna put my fingertip things on. I'm wondering, can you actually see what I'm doing? Not really. All right, let me tip this up. So I'm just putting hot glue down and smushing the moss in. To cover up this piece of styrofoam. all of the glue's cooled and then sticking my finger in glue that I didn't realize was still warm. Alright, so that guy's covered. He's gonna go there. I'm gonna put these back in place, and I'm just gonna glue moss all over this piece. Now these pieces I don't have to be as precise with gluing down as on this guy, because it's basically just sitting on here to cover up, whereas that was, I needed to stick to that piece kind of thing. So I'm just kind of adding glue and tapping moss onto it kind of thing. feeling I'm gonna want to do some more small mushrooms of some kind in here. But for now, I think we're done. I think that there's a spot right there that needs a little moss. Let's grab this. Because yeah, I think given the size of the dish, which when I got these, I planned on putting them on this, so I might have done something a little smaller. But yeah, I like the lights kind of glowing up, but I definitely feel like it needs many more little mushrooms in here. But I'm gonna call it finished for now. And these guys, they've got clear spots I can set them on. This one should come up too. Oh, it's a little more gluey down because of the thing it's on. But I do like it. I do like it. So I think I'm gonna call that it for now. I may come back to this at some point once I have a bit of a think about what I want to do to make some more mushrooms and make more mushrooms, or at the very least post a picture for you. So if I do add more mushrooms, you can see what I did. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.